Vitsu here. Welcome to another episode of bootleg figure review. This time we have this beautiful bootleg figure of Utaha Kasumigaoka. It's from the series How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend, and still it's probably one of the strangest titles for a series. Nevertheless, the whole series got really amazing figures, 1/4 figures, made by Freeing. I think so that all of the characters got such figures, and at the same time, maybe, unfortunately, maybe luckily, all of them got a bootleg figure. This is like a bootleg counterpart. Today, I think that we will have a close look on this Utaha Kasumigaoka bootleg. Here for this one, we don't really have any name of the company that produced her. So on that note, it's hard to say who exactly made it. The same goes to the other bootlegs of the series, 1/4 bootlegs. At the same time, I don't know who exactly made it. She's a 1/4, the same as with the original and the bootleg. And I want to mention quite a few details. Oh, but you might right now feel pretty deceived by her overall look, because she looks quite good. For a bootleg, for the price that you will pay for her, it's quite alright. The quality seems quite alright. I mean, when you have a first look at her and you look at the bunny suit, you feel like, hey, maybe that's the original one. Well, not really. What to look for if you plan to buy her? Many people say she's not a very expensive Freeing figure, but it would be a shame to buy the original one, thinking it's the original one, and then discovering, yep, it's a bootleg. So, what to look for? First things first, we will go right here. First detail we have to know about her is that you cannot separate her from the base this way. So when you order her, you will get her with the base already. So there is no way of detaching her from it. Also, you can see that her high heels are not really touching the ground, and I feel like that's something that Freeing or any company would actually not really prefer doing. So in the original one, the heels look more natural. Not to mention that here the heels are just black, as I show it from different angles, and the original one has some shading on them. They also have certain look. They are just not black. About the base, yes, the original one has also a white base. And yeah, here it's pretty similar. Next, the tights. Yep, she has tights just like the original one. There's pretty much nothing standing apart from that. Also, the back looks very similar as with the original version, so on that point everything seems to be fine. Almost. Next thing, her suit. I think so that her suit, her bunny suit, is probably something that no one expected to see in a bootleg. Definitely I did not expect to see it. The shading, the quality of that piece is just, it doesn't look even like a bootleg. It doesn't feel like a bootleg. Maybe this way. It's really, really fantastic. So I'm just really, really surprised with that. The shading, I mean, it's a little bit worse when we go to the bow at the back. It doesn't look really consistent with the bunny suit, but it is really good, and it's really impressive. Okay, also a look at the back. at the same. Also the back, the bow. So from the front angle, the bow does not look really exciting. From this angle, it looks a little bit better. The whole suit is very glossy, so that's also really, really fascinating. The bunny tail also looks really okay. So I must say that her suit looks really deceiving. Now let's go to the part that actually can tell you that something is not really alright. So the hair, or hair, like on the first look, it seems pretty good. I mean, the sculpting or the production of that, because I guess there is no sculpting again, looks really alright. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, the hair pieces look really okay. The problem is that once you compare it with the pictures of the original one, you can kind of see that something is off. The original one has definitely better hair, shading, texture. It looks like something is really happening with her hair. It has some kind of movement to it. I guess so, if that makes really sense here. But her hair just looks more lively. And here we have no shading, just grey. And that's it. And I'm pretty sure that Utaha did not have only grey hair, that her hair was kind of multicolored. Maybe not really multicolored, but she definitely did not have just a grey blob. The same with the front, also with her fringe. Yes, the original one has certain texture, again, shading to it. Here we have nothing, and it continues with all angles. I have to say that this bootleg is pretty well attached, as also you can see. So there are no issues with the head is not fitting into the body. The arms simply fall off from her. She's not standing correctly in the stand. Everything is just like one big piece. Everything is connected. There is nothing you can do. Oh yeah, she's not a cast off version here. So also if you are interested in that, she's not a cast off figure as a bootleg. Okay, right now let's go to the face area, which also tells you that something is not alright. Starting with her face, yes, I mean the eyes seem to be quite well printed, but apart from that, her skin tone looks really bad, since there is no shading to it or whatsoever. So she's just really shocked. She looks kind of shocked. The original one has more shading. The original one has some blush. The original one has better lips. The same goes with her bow as part of her costumes. Also in the original one, the bow has some shading, and here it is just red. That's it. The same would go to her arms, that the shading in the original one is far better. So that would be really about her face. Sometimes it's shiny, because many bootlegs are made out of cheap materials. The face is a little bit shiny or sometimes inconsistent in case of shade of the body. Here it's not bad, but you can slightly see that her face is kind of like glossy, that something is not alright. Oh, now headpiece. I mentioned the fringe, which is not really perfect, but now let's go to the headpiece that really looks kind of not okay, especially from that angle. Yes, you could see here that it's not very well attached, and probably that's the only part of the figure that kind of stands out. It's not really well attached. It does not blend in. It seems like she's forced to have it. I mean, maybe let's put it in another way. Like when you wear a headband, the hair would naturally flow. And here you can clearly see that someone just put the headband on it and it's okay. Maybe this way. Like someone just stick this piece on her head. It's not a headband. Maybe this way. I don't want to be too harsh, but probably that's the only thing that looks really bad. It looks kind of goofy. About the bunny ears, this one is also really interesting. So they did some shading. They look really, really good. In that case, not only from the front, but also from the back. Quite adorable. Also, let me give you some look on her so that you will more or less know how it looks like. I mean, the body proportions are really okay. In the case of that bootleg, it's not really standing that much. I would say that still, apart from my small complaints about this one, it's a pretty deceiving bootleg. So I would be quite careful if you plan to get the original one. And yeah, that would be my first review in case of how to raise a boring girlfriend. Maybe soon, if I manage to find the other figures of that series, I will also try to get them. Yeah, and I will then also make a video. In this case, we won't have one video after another, we will just have them, I think so, misplaced in time. So once I get them, I will just post a video. So that would be really it. Thank you for watching, as always. See you in the next episode. And let me know, what do you think of her? Both bootleg and the original figure. So, thank you and see you soon. Bye!